You're watching 6 p.m. Prime here on India Today. I'm Akshita Nandagopal. We'll be running you through all the top stories. There's an interesting fight that's breaking out between the AAP and the Congress. And this comes just a day after Home Minister Amit Shah said that the India alliance would break apart and AAP would leave in lieu of the Delhi Ordinance Bill voting not going in their favour in Parliament. We'll get you details of exactly what's playing out between the AAP and Congress. The headlines first. Big win for Rahul Gandhi. Supreme Court puts Rahul's conviction in 2019 defamation case on hold. Rahul hails order, says truth always triumphs.
कल नहीं तो परसों सच्चाई की जीत होती है। मेरा रास्ता तो क्लियर है। मुझे क्या करना है, मेरा क्या काम है, उसके बारे में मेरे दिमाग में बिल्कुल क्लैरिटी है।
All eyes now on Lok Sabha Speaker. Congress asks Om Birla to restore Rahul as MP immediately. Birla awaits Supreme Court order copy. Big win for Hindu side in Gyanvapi fight. Supreme Court allows ASI survey to go ahead. Orders no excavation at the mosque complex. Cops swing into action against new hate posts. 3 social media accounts under scanner for posts that fanned riots. Over 2,300 videos from July 31st on the scanner. India Today grills hate-monger Bittu, exposed by India Today. Bajrangi defiant, defends his videos that triggered the riots. And after India Today tracked down the rioters' den in the Aravali Mountains, cops probed the hills after our expulsing. There's a fight that's playing out between the Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress on Twitter. And this is between Karnataka Congress leader Dinesh Gundu Rao and his visit to the national capital. The India allies are now locked in an open fight. Gundu Rao took to social media to talk about his visit to a Mohalla clinic. And as you see on your screens there, he was escorted by the Aam Aadmi Party, he was escorted by the Delhi government, and yet took a taunt on social media saying these clinics are overhyped, they're overrated, we have better healthcare services in Karnataka. He then said also that he was very disappointed. And this came just about an hour after you had Arvind Kejriwal welcoming Dinesh Gundu Rao, saying that it's nice to see that so many states are taking lessons from our healthcare model. But now you have Gundu Rao taking to social media to openly criticize. Let's get your reactions coming in.
दिल्ली का जो मोहल्ला क्लिनिक है वो उसके बारे में हमको बहुत जानकारी पहले है, and I wanted to see for myself and also discuss how the Delhi government is implementing their health policies. जैसे हमारे मिनिस्टर साहब सौरभ जी ने बोले कि हर स्टेट में अलग-अलग होते हैं और even in the south, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, our health has always been a priority for all of us, the health sector, and every state has got something good to learn from. And I wanted to see the Mohalla clinic because we have also got something similar in Karnataka also. We call it Namma clinic, and I wanted to see how we can improve our system, learn from this system.
Okay, so Dinesh Gundu Rao has made a Namma clinic versus Mohalla clinic, but obviously there will be questions about how the India alliance really stays intact with these kind of comments being put out on social media. Preeti Chaudhary is with us here in the newsroom. Preeti, good evening. Are you really surprised seeing this kind of a taunt from Dinesh Gundu Rao? Because you also were telling me earlier that the Congress constantly does this with the Aam Aadmi Party.
Well, you know, it's interesting because even though they're in alliance together where India is concerned, Akshita, the sniping is going to go on. And that primarily, goes on to reflect the fact that it's an inorganic alliance. The reason why their inception and where the Aam Aadmi Party is today is because it's taken the space ceded by the Congress. How did it come to power in the national capital? Well, it came to power in the capital by displacing the Sheila Dikshit government, by displacing displacing the Congress. In Punjab, if the Congress has come to power, if the Aam Aadmi Party has come to power, it's displaced the Congress Party. It's looking to make forays into other states like Haryana, where the Congress is the primary opposition right now, and at one point of time the Congress had back-to-back governments in states like that. So this is well but expected, Akshita. I'll give you a little bit more context. With what we saw, the likes of Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary make a spirited defense of what the Aam Aadmi Party stand was on the Delhi service bill. But on the sidelines of it, if you saw what happened where the Delhi unit was concerned, you had the likes of Ajay Markan making it very clear that the Congress should not be supporting the Aam Aadmi Party, especially where the Delhi Services Bill was concerned. So it's interesting because you'll have states unit playing out against the national ambitions of the alliance in either way. One can expect this to happen state on state. There are elections coming in the next 3 months. The Aam Aadmi Party hopes to make forays into Madhya Pradesh, into Rajasthan. Then what? Because you're looking at the Congress. The Aam Aadmi Party is going to eye the Congress's position. In Karnataka, what happened? Interesting. The Aam Aadmi Party, though, lost deposit in all of its seats which it contested on, but it did try and poach not just cadre but leadership of the Congress. You have a Brijesh Kadappa right now from the Congress who is with the Aam Aadmi Party.
So yes,
the AAP space in Karnataka. So it's bound to happen, and it will happen in days to come. But I don't see I don't see the alliance go anywhere, because it's an alliance not so much of ideology. Like I said, it's an inorganic alliance, but it's the hour of the need, and both parties understand that.
Well, interestingly, the optics definitely don't augur well right here. Thanks very much, Preeti, for joining us with that interesting perspective. The AAP has reacted now. I want to bring in Rahul Gautam on this. Rahul, tell me how the Aam Aadmi Party is reacting to Dinesh Gundu Rao's tweet there. They're highlighting a comment which we played out just earlier, where Dinesh Gundu Rao is seemingly praising the Mohalla clinic in front of Saurabh Bharadwaj, and then behind his back tweeted that. Okay, I'll reconnect with Rahul Gautam in just a bit. AAP MLA Naresh Balyan has also now hit back at Dinesh Gundu Rao. He's tweeted out a bit from Dinesh Gundu Rao's comment, which we played out for you earlier as well, where Gundu Rao was praising the Mohalla clinics, and this was right after his visit. And then it looks like a few hours later, he had a change of mind, decided that he's going to go ahead and speak what he truly felt about visiting the Mohalla clinics. And that's why Dinesh Gundu Rao went ahead and said that, he found it rather disappointing. And what's ironic and really, kind of sinks this in is the fact that you had Arvind Kejriwal just about an hour before that welcoming Dinesh Gundu Rao, saying it's great that we're able to, show our healthcare model and that states are able to learn from it. Rahul Gautam is back with me. Rahul, run us through AAP's reaction to Dinesh Gundu Rao's tweet there. It's extremely embarrassing for AAP.
Well, Aam Aadmi Party is certainly not impressed with the tweet of Karnataka Health Minister Mr. Dinesh Gundu Rao. In fact, one of the MLAs and leaders of Aam Aadmi Party, Mr. Naresh Balyan, has now hit out at Congress leaders, saying that even the world leaders have already acknowledged the success story of Mohalla clinics. And in fact, Naresh Balyan also said that in coming days you're going to see more and more facilities being added to Delhi Mohalla clinics. Now, obviously, this might start a war of words between Aam Aadmi Party and Congress Party, given the fact that both are trying to get more of a hold, as far as turf is concerned. We all know that Aam Aadmi Party had contested, assembly polls in Karnataka, as, that were recently over, and at that point of time, Congress Party was one of the main competitors as far as Aam Aadmi Party is concerned. So obviously, you can say this is an attempt on the part of Karnataka state leadership to keep.
But then, Rahul, thanks for joining us with your input. The reality, however, is that whatever differences were there, Arvind Kejriwal made it a point to ensure that he sent one of his top ministers to accompany Dinesh Gundu Rao. Saurabh Bharadwaj, you see, is with Dinesh Gundu Rao in that particular visit, ensuring that he was there to show off the Mohalla clinic structure, only for Dinesh Gundu Rao then to turn around and say, hey, it was pretty disappointing. So we'll see how this plays out, but clearly at this point, AAP is not impressed. Will they put pressure on the Congress to tell Gundu Rao to back off, to delete that tweet? We'll have to wait and watch. Let's switch focus to the aftermath of the riots in Haryana. The administration promised that they would crack down on every single rioter. And what you're seeing is the UP's bulldozer model now playing out in Haryana as well. These are images that we're showing to you from Nuh, which was in the epicenter of the riot. Bulldozers are bringing down illegal encroachments and cracking down on many of the people, the rioters and infiltrators, remember, who were identified as being a part of that riot. Let's get you a report by Himanshu Mishra.
इस वक्त हम मौजूद हैं नल्हड़ मंदिर के पास, पहाड़ी के ठीक एकदम बगल में। और आप ये देखिए, यहाँ पर 1, 2, 3 बुलडोजर चल रहे हैं और जो इलीगल कंस्ट्रक्शन है उनको हटाया जा रहा है। एकदम पहाड़ी के पास ये कंस्ट्रक्शन बनाया गया था। आप देखिए यहाँ पर किस तरीके से ये पक्का कंस्ट्रक्शन था जिसको तोड़ा जा रहा है। आगे लेके चलता हूँ आपको दूसरा, ये देखिए बुलडोजर 1, अब ये बुलडोजर नंबर 2 दिखाता हूँ। ये देखिए ये अंदर घुसा हुआ है और वो पूरा इलाका जो है, जो पूरा इलीगल कंस्ट्रक्शन था उसे यहाँ पर तोड़ा जा रहा है। आप ये देखिए पूरी तरीके से, दरअसल ये पूरा एक छोटा गांव यहाँ पर बसा दिया गया था और पूरा जो छोटा गांव था वो सरकारी जमीन पे बना हुआ था। अब आपको हम दिखाते हैं, ये देखिए ये तीसरा, आप देखिए पूरी झुग्गियां बनी हुई थी, कुछ पक्के मकान बने हुए थे और देखिए पूरा यहाँ पे आपको गृहस्थी का सामान दिखेगा पूरी तरीके से। आप देखिए और आसपास वो देखिए दूर वहां पर पुलिस की मौजूदगी है। दूसरी तरफ हम दिखाते हैं, यहाँ पर आप देखिए पैरामिलिट्री फोर्सेस के जवानों की तैनाती है। दरअसल पूरी सुरक्षा के साथ इसे यहाँ पर जो ये कार्रवाई है वो की जा रही है। पुलिस अब यहाँ पर पूरी तरीके से एक्शन में है। पुलिस का कहना है कि जो भी अनाधिकृत कब्जे हैं उसे खाली कराया जा रहा है और इसकी रिपोर्ट पहले से ही पुलिस के पास मौजूद थी, प्रशासन के पास मौजूद था। आप देखिए जो पक्के कंस्ट्रक्शन है उन्हें भी पूरी तरीके से यहाँ पर तोड़ा जा रहा है। लगातार ये कार्रवाई चल रही है। कल तावड़ू में हमने देखा था कि बुलडोजर, प्रशासन का बुलडोजर चला था। कैमरामैन लोकेंद्र पांडे के साथ हिमांशु मिश्रा, नूह आज तक।
And here on India Today, besides those ground reports, we've been getting you investigation after investigation exposing how this riot actually took place and who the guilty are. Now, in the latest investigative report that we put out, which showed you how many of these infiltrators and rioters were hiding in the Aravali range, the cops and the administration has promised tough action. Now they're sifting through all of these hills to find where these rioters are and to crack down.
Gunshots pierce through.
चारों तरफ से पहाड़ों से फायरिंग हो रही है, बहुत बुरा हाल है भाई।
Hails of stones came down like missiles from the hills in Nuh. India Today took the arduous journey to find out who seized the towering peaks to rain down bullets and stones on the July 31st Shobha Yatra by the VHP and Bajrang Dal. Now the surrounding Aravali range is serving as the mountain refuge for residents of Nuh. They admitted that suspected rioters have mingled with innocent civilians, taking shelter in the hills over fears of mass arrest.
जो वहाँ चला गया वो भी जो ना गए वो भी सब अपने इधर उधर है। पुलिस आती है उठा ले जाते हैं, ये भी ना पूछती तुम गए वहाँ ना गए, आती है उठा ले।
Rafiq is president of Nuh's Sarpanch Association, also admitted that young men from his village did participate in looting and rioting and that they have all fled.
5-6-7 बच्चे हैं मेरे गांव, हैं मेरे गांव के, नहीं है मेरे गांव के, हैं मेरे गांव के बच्चे, पूरे बच्चे नहीं थे, बच्चे थे। मैं ऐसा नहीं तुमको रोकूंगा, तुम कहूँगा नहीं, मैं पैर भी करूँगा, आगे चल के दूंगा उनको। ये 5-7
लूटपाट में या दंगे हैं? लूटपाट में या दंगे?
नहीं, इसमें झगड़े में हैं।
वो लोग अभी हैं, मुलाकात किसी हो सकती है ऐसे ही नाम में?
नहीं हो सकती, वो तो निकल दिए सब।
किस उम्र के बच्चे हैं?
वो तो उनकी उम्र 25-25, 20-20 साल की, 18 साल की, 22 साल की, इस तरीके से।
बाइकें जो मुश्किल आई हुई हैं?
हाँ, उनमें मेरे गाँव के 2-3 बच्चे। नहीं, जो चीज़ है 2-3 बच्चे बाइकों में हैं, बाकी दंगे में 5-6-7 बच्चे हैं जो मेरे गाँव में।
Exclusive report revealed a complex narrative of fear and defiance etched on the canvas of the Aravali Hills.
ये मेरा भैया डोल रहा है यहाँ, ये कोई टेररिस्ट नहीं है, सिर्फ अपनी जान बचाने छुपे हुए हैं जी।
India today took to the skies, navigating the rugged terrain to bring you an extraordinary perspective. The rolling hills, cloaked in lush greenery, stretching endlessly. Our lens settles on surreal sights, a hideaway of villagers of Noor district fearing crackdown, and a hideout of suspected rioters mingling with them to escape arrest. As the drone soared, it captured the scale of this makeshift exodus. Among these, elderly villagers and women are suspected troublemakers.
आपकी गाड़ी देखी, लोग छुप गए पहाड़ में, पुलिस आ गई। 3 दिन से इसी तरह बिल्कुल अलर्ट कर देते हैं और दुबक जाते हैं, छिप जाते हैं, खाना भी नहीं खाते पुलिस के डर से।
India Today's enterprising team of reporters reached the hideouts even before the police did. The investigators have taken note and assured a probe into those hiding in the hills. The police say they are gathering scientific evidence to nail the criminals. With suspects mingling with villagers, it will be a challenge for the Haryana police to sift out the guilty from the mass of villagers sheltering in the Aravali peaks. Bureau Report, India Today.
Let's get you breaking news that's coming in from Andhra's Puganuru, where you had, in fact, Chandrababu Naidu, former Chief Minister, TDP chief, holding a rally that turned quickly violent because of clashes that broke out between TDP and YSRCP workers. This happened in Puganuru, and you can see also that Chandrababu Naidu was there when suddenly the violence broke out. Largely incidents of stone pelting that were reported, but because of these clashes, it's suspected that there were multiple casualties as well. The police immediately stepped in, but really struggled to control the crowd. What triggered this kind of violence remains a big question, but you see on the left of your screens Chandrababu Naidu standing atop a vehicle, and people gathered there trying to, in fact, control the violence. The security also trying to protect him to ensure that none of the stones being pelted actually hits him. Apurva Jayachandran is joining us with more details on this. Apurva, tell us what really happened. Do we have any details right now with casualties?
Well, Akshita, what we do know is Chandrababu Naidu was on his tour today, and he was in fact in Puganuru when this incident happened. What we can ascertain from this incident is that there was a clash that erupted between TDP and YCP supporters, in which there was stone pelting also reported. This came at the time when Chandrababu Naidu was in fact making his speech, addressing the public that had gathered there, in Puganuru, and this is when this massive clash took place. Heavy police deployment right now in Puganuru, even as these stone pelting and clashes have been reported. Several people have also been injured, is what we are getting to know. After speaking with, the FP there, what we do get, what we are hearing is that this happened after there had been speeches made by Chandrababu Naidu, and allegedly TDP volunteers and YCP volunteers had got in, war of words with each other, which then caused the stone pelting incident to take place. This is the preliminary information that we have so far. Several of them have also been reported injured previously in this accident and the stone pelting that occurred in Puganuru as well. We're still awaiting more information on this accident.
Okay, we understand Chandrababu Naidu was unhurt in these clashes, but there are several other workers from both sides who've been hurt. You see the kind of vandalism, the stone pelting that was reported as violence broke out. Thanks, Apurva, for joining us with those details. We'll, of course, keep a track on all the updates that come in on that big story from Andhra Pradesh. That's all we have time for in this edition of 6 p.m. Prime. Thanks very much for tuning in. I'll be joining you same time come Monday.